Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your February reading. I know we're a little bit late getting started this month. I had some family business that had to be attended to. So I'm a couple of days late getting into this, but here we are. We're doing this super intuitive, super raw, super wild. As you can tell, this is the energy that we're living in, and this is the energy that you're living in for February. So here we go. New merch on the website, fearlessintuition.net. Just click the description box below or go straight to the website and click on merch. You'll find it. We also have tees. We have t-shirts, the baseball t-shirts. And we have cell phone holders too. Stickers, and there is a goddess mug on there that I will have in a couple of days, hopefully. Okay, so Aquarius. Okay, man, February. Okay, so February is full of Mercury retrograde and Saturn squaring Uranus. That's really like the biggest story. Yes, there are other things that are happening. Venus is coming into Aquarius. So, yeah, February is always that month, right? Where we think about love, where we want to have that relationship, where we want to have people around us. You do know, though, that you don't have to subscribe to that belief, right? That February is the only month. You know, a lot of people come into February and they're like, ugh, Valentine's Day. Oh, man. It's not fun for a lot of people. But there's something that's different this year for you guys. It seems like there is a softer aspect that's happening. The universe is actually providing you with a direction to go in when it comes to love and money. And I think that you're looking at it in a softer, more gentle kind of way. The love part, the home part, the family part. It doesn't feel as if it doesn't feel like it's prison. It doesn't feel like you're being weighed down by the energy. First card that comes out is the Two of Cups. And then we have the King of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Sorry for the glare. It's really bright in here today. The Seven of Pentacles. After that, Ace of Pentacles. Then we have the Four of Wands. And then the three cards that came out together, and actually there was one card that was hiding behind your card, the Star. There was a card that was hiding behind here, and I thought that there was only two cards, so it was the Star and the Four of Pentacles. And then that creepy little Page of Pentacles snuck out from behind your card. Yeah. So that Earth sign is just looming. The diminished earth sign is looming. And that's the thing that you guys really need to take the opportunity to release in February. Because there's a lot of things that are coming up for, you know, we've talked about this before. There's a lot of things coming up for you. This Ace of Pentacles is a gift from the universe. And when we get gifts from the universe, you can choose to say, I'm not ready for that gift, but I guarantee you, this is something that you're going to want to pay attention to. Okay? And it could be that there's a water sign. I feel like you're actually in this water energy. I feel like you're a little bit more emotional. I feel like you're a little bit more raw. I feel like this, right? We talked about it. Like there is this and it's not even like an intense raw. It's just like the kind that makes you feel free. And you're not allowing yourself to stay stuck in the confinements, right? You're allowing yourself to see what it is that creates that stability, what it is that makes you feel stable, what it is that will help you manifest and plant your seeds and prosper and grow, right? So let's see what this Two of Cups is, because when we initially look at the Two of Cups, we see that there's, if you're just looking at the surface of it, this lighting is so off today. Okay, so when we initially look at the Two of Cups, we see two people, two individuals coming together. They're facing each other and they have this look of love on their eyes. If you look a little bit deeper, when you look into those two cups, they're actually two full, whole cups coming together, and then they're creating this new energy, right? It's almost like, and so it's almost as if you're looking at relationships, you're looking at the whole notion of love and the notion of relationships, you're looking at it in a different kind of way. Because you're recognizing that it's not about you giving all of yourself to somebody or them giving all of themselves to you. It's about two individuals that have their shit together and they, create this. You guys really flipped that shit on me. They create this oneness between the two of them. And then the Three of Swords came out on that Two of Cups. And here we are with the issue, right? Because whether it's this water sign, I feel like it was the earth sign down here. I feel like this earth sign, you thought at one point there was going to be something there between the two of you. And you got your heart broken. And it was probably because you were giving too much of yourself to that pesky little earth sign that just keeps hanging around your energy. Maybe it's not an earth sign, maybe it's the water sign. Doesn't really matter what sign they are. Whoever it is that you're still holding on to that energy of, and you're like, I don't understand why I'm holding on to this energy. A lot of it could be that they're holding on to you. Have you had any cord cuttings recently? Have you allowed yourself to thank that person and say, I appreciate you for the role that you played in my healing journey? Have you been able to do that? Or are you still holding out hope that they're going to show back up? Are you thinking that, I'm just going on with my life and I'm doing what I need to do? Maybe they'll catch up to me. Mercury retrograde. See how I'm like, it's already happening to me. So we really want to release the person where you thought they were your one and only. Seven of Swords on the King of Cups, and you recognize how deceptive they were. See, here's the thing, you guys, is when people get into this kind of situation, sometimes they're like, Betsy, I just don't believe anymore. Like, why would the universe bring somebody into my life that creates such havoc and creates such chaos and hurts me so much? And then I have to say, but the universe didn't bring them into your life. You brought them into your life. Because when we start to recognize our own responsibility in the entire thing, yes, it wasn't your fault that they hurt you. That's not what I'm saying. Absolutely not your fault. But the thing that you created in your mind was an expectation that this person was going to stick around, that they were going to be a certain type of person for you. You even put a label on it. Maybe you fell in love. And then once you realized that this was probably just a lesson, the pride seeps in. Why am I not good enough? Why am I not pretty enough or happy enough or make enough money or whatever it is that you think that you need to be enough of for somebody to notice you? Why am I not all those things? Well, and the universe says, but you are all of those things, but you have to actually recognize it first for yourself. So there's this gift from your past, right, that's showing up. And it's not a person. I guarantee you it's not a person. It's an emotion. It's a healing. It's something that's going to help you become grounded and stable. Maybe it's not even material. Yes, the pentacle looks material, right? But a lot of times that comes in and it's just a stable, new way of doing things. there was a need to remove this person from your life because there's somebody better. There's somebody better that's supposed to be showing up for you. And once they do show up for you, you'll look at that past person and be like, oh, I get it. I understand. I see why things had to, excuse me, why things had to look a certain way. Here, let me just take a drink of water really quick. I have the hiccups all of a sudden. That was funny. Anyway, you'll be able to see why things had to be the way they were. The trick here is to let yourself feel it all. And then once you have felt it all, and once you have allowed yourself to recognize that all of those seeds that you planted with that one person, you can actually do so much more and so much better and grow a bigger garden just with yourself even. Once you recognize that, because it'll be hard for you to see past the pain unless you feel it. It'll be hard to see past the expectations unless you detach yourself from those expectations. When you recognize that nothing is actually personal in life, and I know that that sounds a little weird because you're like, well, it sure felt personal, Betsy. Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you want to learn how to detach yourself from things that feel personal but aren't actually personal, I'm teaching a workshop on February 6th that'll help you detach from that stuff. Clear all this energy out. But you have to see it and believe it for yourself. You have to own your own personal power. You have to accept the role that that person played in your life. And you have to recognize that what that person did was not a personal attack to you. It simply was just something that they did. Doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't make them a bad person, depending on what they did. I mean, could have been really bad. You know. The Two of Swords on the Seven of Pentacles, though, I don't think that you're allowing yourself to see, you're not allowing yourself to expand the vision. You're not allowing yourself to take that blindfold off. You don't have to be so defensive when it comes to making choices. And the only reason why you're being defensive like that is because you don't trust yourself. And the reason why you don't trust yourself is because you feel like every choice that you've made in the past went against you. But I guarantee you, you learned something from every single choice you made in the past that did not feel good, that was uncomfortable. The Nine of Swords on the Four of Wands. The fear that arises when you think about all of the things that you really, really, really want to have, and then you turn around and you talk yourself out of all of those things. That's the fear. What if that Nine of Swords didn't exist? What if you allowed yourself to say, I deserve all of that. I deserve all of those things. Because abundance and joy is my birthright. I deserve all of those things. The person who created that sense of feeling like you're small, that person's actually extremely diminished in their own energy. Extremely diminished in their own energy. And for you to hold on to, like, this is how small you're going to play until you release that energy, right? That Four of Pentacles, holding on to that Four of Pentacles so tightly, you got to release the energy of that Page of Pentacles there. You came out as a major arcana. They came out as a page. Not equal. That is not a partnership. That is not equal. Correct? You're better. You can do better for yourself. It's when we allow ourselves to believe that we aren't good enough because the diminished person said something or did something or created that energy around us. Times they are changing. With the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. So as we get into the end of February, Mercury retrograde lets up on us. We begin to see that it's time to make a choice for ourselves. It's not even about the other person, what you could have gained from that relationship, but it's about releasing the expectations from everything. Everything. No one has the permission to define how you feel about yourself or the emotions that you carry every day. No one has that permission. And the only way that you can create the safe space, see that Judgment card right there? It's the day of reckoning. The only way that you can create that safe space for yourself is to make your own damn definition of who you are and how amazing you are and all of the gifts that you have, how unique you are. February isn't about Valentine's Day. And whoever's idea it was to make February the fucking middle of winter, well, unless you're in Australia, and we are all extremely envious of those who are in Australia and warm right now. Anyway, whoever's idea that was, bad idea, bad marketing, bad marketing. Wheel of Fortune, I bet somebody's going to tell me that story. If you have the story about that, let me know. Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, the Queen of Cups, the Emperor, and the Fool. Ooh. And the Sabotage with the Knight of Wands and the Tower. Okay, we'll stop there with the Devil on the bottom of the deck. So Saturn, this is Saturn squaring Aquarius. This is Saturn squaring Aquarius on the 17th, right before we shift over to Pisces season. Saturn is squaring Aquarius. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay, let's talk about this Wheel of Fortune. See, your whole belief system, your whole idea around what commitment and marriage and prosperity and spirituality and life and family matters and all of that, it's changing. Yes, it's going to make you extra emotional. Yes, you're even going to feel like maybe you're deceiving yourself. Maybe you're breaking your own heart. Maybe there wasn't a relationship. Maybe you've conjured up this idea in your head that you're always going to be alone during the month of Valentine's Day. Which is not true, by the way. But there's definitely a shift that's happening because the whole idea around what love is, what respect is, what freedom is, all of that is changing. And I really feel like Mercury is trying to show you guys that you don't have to be boxed in anymore. You don't have to be in that mindset that you've held yourself kind of hostage of for so long. Doesn't have to look the same as it used to, right? And it's okay to be emotional about that. Sometimes we have to release those emotions. Sometimes they have to go. It's time to take accountability, responsibility, and take charge of your life. The Fool and the Emperor. There's a lot of things that you could be doing right now, and one of the things that you shouldn't be doing is wallowing in your self-pity. What I want you to do is allow yourself to feel all of those feelings and let them wash over you, and then let it go. because the darkness is going to try and pull you down and drag you in. And then you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel when Saturn and Uranus decide that they're going to meet with each other, right? And nothing looks the same anyways. It will be a confusing energy to be in, but what it's doing is shifting the perspective for all of us, showing us how everything has to be different. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game because your perspective is already beginning to shift. Before we even get into February, your perspective is beginning to shift. And at the end of February, you're going to look at everybody else and be like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting on? So, this is an interesting reading. I was not expecting, all of this self-inflicting pain from you guys this month. I just wasn't. I understand. I get it. I think you're having to review how you actually see yourself, especially in the eyes of others. So create that safe space. Be really, really kind. Be really kind to your mind. Don't say things that you wouldn't say to somebody that you love. And treat yourself. Celebrate. Okay? Come join me at the manifesting class that we're having this Saturday on January 30th and at the Mastering Detachment class on February 6th. They're both going to be really amazing. So many people have already benefited from both of those classes. So I'm really excited to give them one more time. And after this, things are going to be shifting and changing with those classes. So if you haven't taken them, I would highly recommend this is the time to do it. Really, really is. So I love you. Have a really wonderful February. Happy birthday to you guys. Thanks for your patience.